Boom, boom. I'm loving all this. This is what I posted this morning at 7 a.m., a little recap from our dinner last night.
It was awesome.
A couple pictures. And I took that same picture and posted it over on Twitter. John Acuff responded and said, "Hey, Sarah, will you do a dinner for me when I release my next book?" I took something on Instagram. I had a district manager that manages 7 stores for West Elm, and she says, "The love mission continues." She knows my tagline. She says, we've got a store coming to Tulsa. Let's get together again.
Yay!
Okay?
Yay!
So like things happen when we post and we tell our story. Great businesses tell great stories. Someone could look at Neighbor's Table and go, "Oh, she builds tables." Okay, who cares? But what I do is I try to tell a story that's much greater than that, than building a table. I tell people that we build experiences together around our tables. A love mission is my tagline, so I talk about loving people a lot around the table. Melissa and I had a conversation 41 weeks ago, and we said, we were talking about, okay, do I start building Neighbor's Table brand within my own personal Instagram account? And she asked the question that she shared with y'all, do you want Neighbor's Table to outlive yourself? And I said, well, of course. She said, well, start a new account. So we did, and I was texting her about this presentation this week, and I said, "Hey." She's like, "Hey." I was like, "Do you have the marching band ready?" And she's like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "We're about to cross 1,000 followers." And numbers mean different things to different people, but that was significant for me. And I was able to do that in 75 posts. People take different perspectives in how they do things. I wanted to shoot bullets with Instagram. I wanted pictures to tell a story. That was Monday. I have 75 more followers past that this week. And that was from posting 2 posts. Okay? It's not just what we post on our Instagram account, though. It's what we do and how we interact with those people we're following. So a couple points, you guys. One, telling a story with our business is important. I think in our posts, we should balance our business with some fun. I tell stories on Instagram, and if you want, you can go to Neighbor's Table on my Instagram. You'll see we've started to add video. I felt like it was getting a little girl heavy as far as like just seeing a bunch of women around table, and I wanted the dudes to know, like, so we put a video of my dad building tables. And we've got some new interviews coming up that's guys talking about what it's like around the table. There's something called Flipagram, which is an app you can use. You can take photos and turn it into a video. It's a real easy way to load things. I did that for my birthday. That was something personal I shared on my Instagram, my business Instagram. I said, guys, this is what my friends did. This is what I wrote. I'll show you. Because your friends show up on your birthday and say all you have to do tonight is walk out your back door. There'll be no dishes or cleanup. We're just bringing your own brown bag dinner. We don't want you to do a thing. We just want to gather. And then your heart swells when you realize the most important thing at the table is a friend you love with not a centerpiece in sight. See, I'm re-emphasizing something that's important to me about gathering. And you remember the last year and how faithful God's been. And then they ask you questions like, how can we pray? What are you really afraid of? And then they tell you what they love about you, and your heart feels as big as Texas. Really, friends, you're like a party every day. Just thanks for telling me yesterday. And my song that I put on there, it's real easy to load. It's called You're Like a Party, and it smells like, or it tastes like birthday and whatever. It evokes emotion, and it was just me sharing about my birthday and how simple it was. I'm just going through crazy things here. Following your followers back. There's people that might interest you. The way we engage with people on Instagram, saying, not just liking a picture, but saying, that's awesome, or love is like one of my big things, or, oh, I love how you did that. That captures people's attention, and all the other followers that are looking at that account goes, oh, who's this person? Neighbor Stable? That's what they look at. Dang. One of these days they're going to let me capitalize that T. Find brands you love and enjoy. When I first started Instagram, my first post, someone wrote partnership question mark and tagged another company that is building tables. That freaked me out. I was scared for anyone to see what I was up to. But now it's really interesting to see what people are doing. I'm more confident in what my business is and what I might be doing differently than them. Someone posted a competitor, Lehman Luther's, an incredible company out of Atlanta. They said awesome today on our table experience last night. And I wasn't scared of that. That was okay. Generate a flexing posting plan. I don't have a Tuesday and every Thursday thing. My boss follows me now on Instagram, so you know I'm not posting during my work hours. That's a good thing for me. So be flexible. You may find different times during the day are good for people. If you've got stay-at-home moms following your business, maybe there's a time that works best for them, maybe after all the kids go to bed or something. Share a distinctive view of your business. I like my neighbors. A lot of people wouldn't say they're fond of their neighbors. So I post crazy things like just really diverse, like so-and-so brought so-and-so to my house tonight, and this is what we're doing, and this is why I love my neighbors. Capture things that are interesting. I have a picture on my personal account that I started telling my story around the table, and it had one of my friends that looked like me with two little black kids playing Ring Around the Rosie. And my post said, "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down." What BJ, my friend, didn't know was that their father was in prison. What they didn't know about her was she used to work in the White House. What happens in play is that our worlds collide. And ashes to ashes, we all fall down. We are all in this world making mistakes. And what those kids needed that day is play. That was a post I said. That's nothing about my table. That's just like invoking a story as part of my story. Hashtags are great. There's something called the IF Gathering, which is a women's conference that started for 20, 30, 40 somethings out of Austin this year. They had about 1,200 women in the conference with 40,000 women watching online. They introduced this thing called IF Table, where they encouraged women to gather around the table with 6 people with answering 4 questions for 2 hours. The first time I heard that, I go, dang it, why didn't I think of that? And then a day after, I said, I'm in on it. So every month, they do these gatherings, and people hashtag IF Table. You have to check it out. They talk about who's gathering around their table. I tell my people when they come to the table, you guys hashtag IF Table. Let's get in on it. The first group I had 18 people, and I said, I challenge all of you to go out and do your own table. So I empowered them to do what we're doing. If Gathering called me and said, we saw your picture on Instagram. What are you doing? What's your story? In 15 minutes, I had a conversation with her. She said, can we tell your story on our website? 3-4 weeks ago, they asked me to write a 1,000-word post. They posted on a static page on their website, which isn't moving through a blog or whatever. My story's up there with 5 other women, and they're going to be adding that. It got shared over 100 times just on Facebook. It was a hashtag. Don't forget a hashtag. Reward followers. People that are following you on Instagram, give them some perks. I don't know, give them something away. I did a dinner at West Elm, and we gave seats away. And I said, tell me why you want to come to a dinner at West Elm. What it evoked was this incredible followership and said, this is why I care about the table. Pick me, and I did a hashtag, pick me. And I picked someone that responded to that. They were at the table that night at West Elm. And since then, she's written a blog post about me. It was something that I just said, let's see if we get some response. Showcase pictures of people that work for you. If you've got more than yourself, or even to talk about yourself. I have a picture of me and my dad at Thanksgiving where I said, I just learned how to build our tables with my dad. And it kind of showcased who else is behind Neighbor's Table. Some people don't even know my name. They just know Neighbor's Table. So bringing out how people can kind of get a feel for what you're about. I think that's it. I'm sure I'm out of time. Thank you.